Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry. This program is really designed to give you practical, actionable knowledge that aligns directly with real hotel operations. Think of it as a bridge between theory and what's actually happening on the ground, all guided by deep industry experience. So let's quickly look at our roadmap. First, we'll talk about why partnerships are a must-have now. Then we'll get into the DNA of what makes them work. After that, we'll explore the fun stuff, the lifestyle playbook. Then we'll see how to craft experiences people remember. And finally, we'll wrap up by talking about building a long-term vision. Okay, so let's dive right in. We really need to get our heads around this fundamental shift in the luxury world. It's a whole new game, a new brand imperative. Here's the deal. Having a gorgeous property with amazing service, well, that's just the price of entry now. It's not enough anymore. To really stand out, a hotel has to be part of the cultural conversation. It needs a story, a narrative that people are genuinely excited to be part of. And that is exactly where strategic partnerships come into play. Now, we're not talking about just, slapping a logo on something for a quick promo. In the world of luxury, it's way deeper than that. It's about weaving a whole new chapter into the brand's story, something that forges a real, lasting emotional bond with guests. Okay, so if we've covered the why, we've got to get into the how. What are those core principles that really make a partnership click? This is what I like to call the DNA of a great collaboration. First things first, and this is absolutely critical. Brand integrity in the luxury space is fragile. It's delicate. Your guests have incredibly high expectations for authenticity. One wrong move, one collaboration that feels forced, and poof, that hard-earned credibility can start to unravel. And you can feel the difference, can't you? On one side, you have an authentic collaboration. It just makes sense. It's built on shared values, there's a natural synergy, and it actually makes the brand story richer. But then you have forced commercialism, and it just feels like a cheap sales pitch. It doesn't fit, and frankly, it just confuses people. And this is exactly why it matters so much. The luxury traveler is sharp. They're discerning. They can spot a partnership that's just a marketing gimmick from a mile away. What they respond to, what really resonates, is that feeling of genuine creative energy between two brands. All right, now that we've nailed down the principles, let's get to the really exciting part, exploring the world of what's possible. This is the lifestyle playbook, where these partnerships come roaring to life. Think about it. Today's luxury travelers are so engaged in these different lifestyle areas. So collaborating with top-tier brands in fashion, wellness, food, and art, it's just a natural fit. These partnerships link the hotel experience to what's happening in the wider culture. And this right here, this is the ultimate goal. The hotel is no longer just a building you stay in. It becomes an active player in a whole cultural ecosystem. This is how you connect with new, aspirational audiences who might have never found you otherwise. So we have the great idea, but how does that turn into a real, tangible experience? Let's look at how we can craft those truly memorable moments that build the kind of loyalty that lasts a lifetime. So let's pause and ask ourselves, how is that kind of deep loyalty really earned today? It's so much more than just great service. It's about sparking an emotional connection. It's about giving guests stories they can't wait to go and tell their friends. This path shows you exactly how it works. You start with a unique event, something special. That creates a real emotional spark. That feeling then inspires people to share their story. And boom, you've got the most powerful marketing on the planet, genuine brand advocacy. And this same logic applies perfectly to the digital world. When you're working with influencers or content creators, it's not about how many followers they have. It's all about their credibility, if their style matches your brand, and if they can tell a thoughtful story that protects your brand's narrative. Okay, let's bring it all home by focusing on the long-term vision. Because really, the most impactful partnerships are never just one-offs. They're woven into the very fabric of the brand. You see, the best partnerships, they evolve. What starts out as a single event can become a successful, repeated collaboration. And eventually, it can even grow into a huge annual festival that becomes synonymous with the hotel itself. And that consistency is what seals the deal. It reinforces all your credibility. When guests repeatedly see these smart, well-executed collaborations, they start to see the hotel as a genuine supporter of culture and creativity. It becomes part of the hotel's identity. So, when you boil it all down, here's the biggest takeaway. Every single partnership, whether it's in art, fashion, or food, has to feel like a seamless extension of the hotel's own story. It has to add to the narrative, not distract from it. So, as you go forward in your careers, this is the one question you have to keep asking. To build a powerful, enduring brand, every single collaboration must be meaningful. So, what story will you choose to tell? Thank you.